Welcome to episode 1 of Throw the Lob. This is going to be a nice little two-man thing going on we got here. I got my boy CJ. CJ's in the house. What up, dog?
Hold on, bro.
Not much. It's your host here, Kari. I guess I'm the host. I mean, it's both of us are hosts. We the only two guys here. We'll have a guest here and there, but mostly we just going at it, bro. Hey, this playoffs been lit as hell. Playoffs been lit as hell.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, bro. Like, it feels like obviously the damn 1-8 matchups are like pretty horrendous. The Cavs blew the hell out the Heat and they get game 4 or whatever. It's like I think. Hey, is it crazy to say they shouldn't even do give best of 7 in those 1-8s? Is that crazy?
It is crazy.
It is.
Yeah, it's a little disrespectful, but
It's a little disrespectful. Like, should we?
Saying,
Bro, back in the day, they used to do like best of 3 or best of 5 in the early, like the first rounds or some shit.
yeah.
So it's,
I mean, it makes sense. I truly, I don't even like the play-in tournament. If we're talking, if we're being honest,
Yeah.
I think it's a waste. You're just putting borderline teams in the playoffs to get smacked.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's about making money.
It
That's
is. It is. I guess I get that sentiment. It's about the game is still always going to be about money. But yeah, nobody. I feel like nobody watched that. Even like the Orlando and Boston, like it was good games, but it really never. They really never had a chance, bro.
Right.
But then the games in between, the series that were in between the high seeds, like this Nuggets Clippers, like that's a must watch every game. Every game.
Just every game.
Ooh, hey, how you feel about? Hey, last night I was at a concert. I didn't get to catch the Jalen Brunson game winner, but the energy of that game was lit. How, can you, bro, describe? I didn't even go back and rewatch it because I've been busy today. Also, so like, what was the? How would that game go? Like, what was the breakdown? Were the Pistons controlling it or something like they had been?
So I didn't watch the entire game. I watched the last like 4 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I was with my kid all day. But,
Yeah.
I kept checking the score on my phone, and New York was up like 12 or something, and then Detroit came back. They took the lead. They were up like, I want to say like 5 or 6 with like 4 minutes left, and they just blew it.
Damn.
Brunson just took over. Well, Cat fouled out.
Oh, of
Like
course,
2
bro.
minutes left or something. Brunson took over. He was hitting big shots. I mean, you know him. Probably the most clutch player in the NBA.
By
right
far, I think he is by far.
now. And then yeah, the he busted. I don't even know who's guarding. To be honest,
I
busted
think it
his
was.
shit.
I think it was Asar
Pulled up
Thompson,
for three. Yeah,
Yeah.
pulled up for three, splashed it. I'm like, all right.
bro. His attributes literally go up.
Bloody sold.
Bro,
Drop
hit-
the damn ball.
Oh, I did now. Okay. So I'm in the concert, bro. We got the opening act. Like they were like a DJ. It was actually a really dope DJ. He was out there like doing a mix of like old school rap, like 90s, 2000s rap with like some new stuff, like California new stuff. It was a dope DJ. I think their name is Black Mask. If y'all ever see this, I mean, we shouting you out on episode 1, dog. But they killed it. But as they walked off, there's guys around me because it's a standing concert. Guys around me are like looking at the score, and you know me, I got YouTube TV, so I got that shit on the phone. I pull it up, and it's like 4 of us looking at it. So we see that we tune in right as the Jalen Brunson game winner is about to happen. So we see the big 3-pointer, and then we see the damn Malik Beasley play. Bro was the best 3-point shooter on your team. Gets a wide open look, and he couldn't catch the ball. That happened in another series, right? Somebody didn't catch the ball for a game. It was something crazy like that. I feel like
I think it was that same series earlier, wasn't it?
it must have been. It was something.
I don't remember.
You know what? I know LeBron had one where he like was on a heat check and then he was about to shoot another one. Would have actually put us up, and the ball just slipped out his hands and he like hit the damn side of the backboard or something. But but that was one where somebody couldn't catch the ball. It's killing me. But we got to see that play in live action at a concert. So that was, man, that's a heartbreaking way to go out because I feel like, I don't know, from the minutes of that series that I watched, the Pistons felt in control for most of it. And then when it was time to win, Jalen Brunson just put his hard hat on, bro. That man is nasty.
He's crazy. But
Yeah.
here's I don't know that this is a hot take or not, but I truly think if Pistons had Ivy and Stewart,
Oh,
they probably would have won the series easy.
it's not ridiculous, dog. Because I mean, they were just, bro. It felt like they were working them. Like they wanted the Pistons played the way that they wanted. They played the way that they. And, I mean, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. He hit some big shots in the series. That was that one game where he pulled. It was a close game, like 50-something seconds of it. He pulled from dang near half court cash. And it was like every shot that he hit, they needed. So kudos to them. But Pistons, I mean, y'all have to feel good about this, bro. Going into the offseason, your confidence is probably at an all-time high. You know, you got some guys coming back. Like you said, Ivy's going to be coming back next year. And bro, they got something to look forward to as they did not for a long time. So shout out to the Pistons, bro. Hey, how about the Knicks though? Like on the other side of that, like I feel like that's a team you're going to be playing. Who are the Knicks going to be playing next? Let's see.
Celtics.
They're playing the Celtics next, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you would think, I don't know. For me, bro, I think you would have wanted to get that out the way as much as possible. Like I mean, they handled it in 6, but you want your rest, especially with like Tom playing them guys that much, and it felt like they let that series go on way longer than it should have, because they was this close to a game 7, bro. Like you this close, and the Celtics just chilling, waiting on you. I mean, it's not as if they had a chance, really. Like they probably don't really have a chance anyway. But shoot, still. I mean, I would say you have more of a chance right now than you would have like a year like last year. Like Jaylen Brown is kind of questionable with the knee thing going on. He's been getting shots in the knee. Jason Tatum has been playing, but I know he hurt the wrist and stuff. Porzingis has not been lights out from 3. Like I mean, this is obviously series to series, game to game basis, but I mean, if this is your best chance to beat the Celtics, bro, and I just feel like you would have wanted to be rested as much as possible going into it.
Yeah, but you don't want too much rest because, I mean, there is a thing like you get rusty if you don't, play an actual game in X amount of time, which is why I think OKC might drop the first game.
Ooh, yeah.
Whoever they play.
Yeah.
Was it Minnesota?
They will have to play the Clippers or the Nuggets, the winner of that.
Oh, yeah. So I bet you they dropped the first game to whoever they play just because they haven't played in, over a week?
Yeah.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. So we'll see, but...
Yeah, I get that sentiment, but shoot, for these young guys, I feel like they don't even, these young teams, okay, let me say this, bro. Going back to when we were like younger, like watching ball in the 2000s and 2010s, I felt like experience mattered so much more.
Yes.
Experience, and I've never felt more in my life that star power is not as important anymore. Star power is important. Let me rephrase that. Star power is important, but it feels like it's at an all-time low of importance.
I can agree because look at the teams just smoking everyone. They have a deep bench.
It's deep, but and the reason for that is because role players are so much more talented now, I think. Yes. So
I remember when I first started watching NBA, it was like 01, 02, right? And I mean, even look at like Kobe, Shaq, Lakers. Mm-hmm. They had Derek Fisher.
They kind of had some just average guys.
You had Robert Horry hitting big shots.
Yeah.
Who was, above his time role player.
Right.
And then who else did you have?
It was just like in those 3 years that they went back to back to back, it was kind of just different rotational guys that could just plug in and they like, okay, you got this. You do this as your little role. You rebound. That's all we need you to do, really. You make a big shot here and there. Yeah. Like you make a big shot here and there. But now you got, great example. I picked the Lakers. I mean, I just thought about it like on a talent and experience basis. I knew that the Lakers didn't have much time together. They weren't the best fit for Luka. Luka's not what I always looked at Luka like he's not a plug and play guy. He has to be built around. Like he's like the opposite of Kevin Durant, But even still, I was just looking at that team like Luka, LeBron, and Reeves, and just y'all need to do is get a couple of rebounds and you don't even have to be great on defense, just good enough on offense to make up for your defense.
Play defense.
Yeah,
and you would have been all right.
And you would have been. I think that every game they were at some point it was either 4 points, 2 points, or you were up. Like one of the 3 options, you were up or it was super close, and they just ran out of gas. JJ felt like, rookie mistake as a head coach. He just felt like he couldn't trust the guys. Certain guys on the team. And I get it, but man, that shows you, bro. I think nowadays you have to have these. You have to have two things. You have to be like a really good shooting team, or your team has to be very athletic and tall. And the Lakers really don't have either one of those. They don't have either one of those, bro. Like LeBron is sadly the best athlete on the team, and he's 4 years old.
40-year-old LeBron is the best athlete on the team.
That's crazy.
He was putting in the most effort. He was the best defender.
Yeah, bro. And I seen something today just now that he apparently sprung his MCL. So I'm like, well, that's interesting news going forward, bro. Something to keep an eye out on. These series have been good. So that was kind of a little retouch on Minnesota and Lakers. You got anything else from that? I mean, Anthony Edwards. What you thinking about that? I've heard conversations about he might be getting thrusted towards the top 5.
That ass, he might be based off this playoff. Not even just this playoff series. His whole playoff career, bro. Mm-hmm. He is not backing down from anybody. He's beating the best of the best. Granted, he has a nice little team with him, but he's knocking off the top guys every year.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
It is crazy. His granted, like you said, his rosters have been every time he's in the playoffs, they are built for the playoffs. But what's crazy? You beat Kevin Durant, D Book, and Beal last year, and also you beat Jokic last year. You lose to Luka, but then you get your revenge this year because you beat Luka and you beat LeBron, right? Two of the best playoff riders ever. I know LeBron's 40, but still. Then right now, if the Warriors win, you got a chance to knock off Steph. So he is literally like the legend killer right now, bro. It's crazy.
Like Randy Orton is
bro. So I'm like, this is, and then I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but let's say he gets past a Rockets or Warriors team, then you're going to be looking at more than likely like a Shea. Like you're looking at Shea, and right now a lot of guys have Shea above him, but that series right there, as even matched as these teams are, and guys, I understand that the Memphis Grizzlies, I keep calling them the Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves. I understand that they're a 6 seed, but this is not a true 6 seed. This is not a true 6 seed team. This is the team that was, now I know they lost Karl Anthony Towns last year, but this is a team that was the 2 seed last year and that was in the Western Conference Finals. This is not your typical 2 seed. And with all the time they missed, Julius Randle getting used to the squad, like after they started getting it clicking late in the season. And we talked about this. The defense and the offense was starting to shoot up. We talked about them. I think you said in one of our other shows, just to watch out for the Timberwolves. They could be dangerous, and you might be on to something, bro. You might be on to something, man. This is going to be great hoops, and I think from Game 7, right? I seen something from First Things First. Is one of the go-to shows I watch because they're just like a comedy show, but they talk basketball. They do some dumb shit on there. But one thing I seen is the infamous Rockets game where they missed. Stop. I'm sorry. The infamous Rockets game where James Harden and Chris Paul, they missed 27 straight threes. I believe they shot 7 for 44, something like that, bro.
Yeah,
Game 7, Minnesota and Lakers, they shot 7 for 47. It was worse, and they still won the game. This one, it feels like every time Anthony Edwards has a bad closeout game, they win. Last year against the Nuggets, he had a horrible closeout game, and they still won. So, like you said, that team is built for it, bro.
Your teams pick up the slack when they need to.
Yeah. Rudy Gobert, generational game. Bro was looking like Shaq.
Man scored a career high.
Oh my God! But it's so insane to me. Like after what was that, Game 5? After 5 games, it took him that long to realize I'm by far the tallest person on the court.
I'm towering over everyone and I'm stronger than them. Give me the ball and let me dunk it.
Bro, it's so... I think Rudy Gobert has like a 9'7" standard reach. Could you imagine, bro? I know I'm tall, I'm 6'6", but dunking for me, it's okay. If somebody's guarding you, standing dunking is a little harder. But at 6'6", you can do it if it's a short guy on you. So I'm just trying to imagine what it's like to reach my hands up and be 4 inches away from the rim. I can't imagine what that feels like, bro. That's crazy for him to just now realize that, dog. But that's what I was going to get at. If they go and play, I think the Rockets would be a better matchup for them. I don't think I picked the Rockets to come out this series when they first started, but Right now, what is it, 3-2 for them? More than likely, it's going to be the Golden State Warriors. They play tonight, but I think the Minnesota Timberwolves might have their way with the Warriors team because they play even smaller than the Lakers. Like most of the time now, of course, Draymond Green is like the biggest 6'6" ever, bro. Like what can you do when there's a Nas Reed, a Jaden McDaniels, and a Rudy Gobert on the court, and your tallest guy is 6'6" Jimmy Butler, 6'7", 6'6", 6'7" Jimmy Butler or Draymond Green, right? Sometimes they might mix in Looney with that, but man, dude, that they are able to play. The Minnesota Timberwolves are able to play in like 1,000 different ways, bro. It's crazy, crazy. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye out on. Thunder, what you feeling about the Thunder and their possible next round matchup? Well, maybe I should just bring up the Nuggets and Clippers, bro, because I mean that's who they would be playing.
Yeah. Was that how it would work, or would they be playing the? They'd be playing the lowest seed, right?
They would be playing, the 4 versus 5 in round 2. I'm looking at it right now. They play the Nuggets or Clippers.
Okay. I was really high on the Nuggets coming into the series, but they're questionable at best. But I mean, Clippers are too. But
yeah. It feels so weird, like seeing every other game. You don't in this series. These teams are so even matched. In the regular season, I think they split. I want to say they played 4 times, and I think they split 2-2. And the games were really close in the regular season. Every single game this playoff series has been close. They're near each other in a lot of statistics. Like their offensive efficiency is pretty near from my memory. This is a interesting way to end it out, bro. Who would you take in that game 7? They're going to be in Denver. Who would you go with?
I don't know. Every game I watch, I'm like, dude, they're so even, but they're so different.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
My heart wants to say Denver because I'm a Russ fan, and Russ has been hooping, bro. I don't care what no one says. The man has been hooping. Jokic, he's been lazy lately, it looks like. Yeah. Is that just me?
No, it's not just you. It's not. I think his frustrations come out very easy, bro. You can see it when he's frustrated. I think he wants to win. Like a lot of every guy wants to win bad, but he's an underratedly emotional player, bro. Like whenever like things aren't going his way, Michael Porter Jr.'s 8 for 96. It feels like. Yeah, Jokic like starts taking it out on himself. Like he'll start flopping and like crying for a call or whatever. But he's still Jokic. He's still Jokic. He had a couple of explosive games in this series.
He's been missing too many free throws. Been having sloppy turnovers. Getting lazy on defense. I'm like, bro, I understand your frustrations because sometimes you got teammates that aren't very smart.
Yeah. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm not throwing any names, but if you're the MVP, right? Act like it.
Right.
Lead the team. Lead by example. Like if you start bitching, everyone's gonna start bitching.
Right.
Just play your role, score your points, get your triple doubles. Russ come off the bench, huge presence off the bench. Michael Porter Jr.'s either going to shoot 6 for 9 from 3 or 0 for 12.
Yeah.
Jamal's been good, but he's going to either drop 40 or 18.
Bro.
In between, like, that's good.
Yeah.
And then you have solid role players. Like I don't know why they're just lazy on defense. Is all it is. Like every time I watch Kawhi get the ball, he just does whatever he wants. And granted, Kawhi's a outstanding player.
Yeah.
But like do something. And what also really irritates me, and a lot of teams do this, but like trap at the top of the key. And everyone is a shooter nowadays. You trap at the top of the key and just rotate the ball for an easy 3. I don't understand it.
Dude.
Maybe I'm just an idiot.
No, you're not. You're not.
Like, it does not make sense to me.
I I hate going back to this. I'm not going to spend no time. I'm going to spend 20 seconds. But every single, I'm not even kidding. Now, we can get on LeBron for like, oh, he didn't score much in the fourth quarter in the series. But how could he if every single possession, every single Laker possession is a Luka trap? They're trapping Luka at the top of the key. And he gets the ball out. Now this is his issue. He's running to the corner where you can get trapped easier. I don't know, basketball 101 from when we were kids, right? Now, I'm not in the NBA, never touched the NBA court. But when we were kids,
don't be in the corner.
Don't be in the corner. Don't edge yourself on the baseline or anywhere near out of bounds line, right? And I didn't even play guard, but I just know that, right? The baseline acts as a defender. You run up the side of the court and get trapped. And then you're swinging it to guys who can't get it going, like Gabe Vincent and Rui Hachimura in some games, and Dorian Finney-Smith. And you're swinging it to him, and you want them to make the decision over Luka. Why are we? And the only reason that trap comes is because you're calling for an extremely high ball screen. Why are we doing that? Can we switch it up? And then that leads to LeBron not getting a touch, or if LeBron does touch the ball, if he finally touches the ball in rotation, he's going to shoot some bullshit because it's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. So, I just, and it's not even me defending LeBron but that's just what I seen. That's just what I seen. So, yes, you're not crazy, bro. And we've seen that a lot in these series. It's always been. I remember when I was a kid, I was watching something specific, and this was like the first time that we had seen a guard that was so explosively offensively gifted. Derrick Rose, I remember back in like 2012, we didn't have this idea of trapping at like half court unless it was a close game. But I remember teams were saying like we were scared to. Back in the day, you would say, "Oh, get the ball out of the best player's hands," double team him or get him away from the ball. But they were like, "Oh, we can't do it because Derrick Rose is the point guard." So like, what do you even do? He has to touch the ball. But now the defense have evolved, and it's like, hey, trap him at half court. That's actually a good possession. So it's just frustrating as hell to watch, bro. Yeah, it kind of leads to like a shootout, and teams are getting. And I understand teams are going to get their 3-point looks a lot, but it's just like watching a team get 47 threes a game, and most of them are going to be wide open. It's like maybe if we stop sticking to this one specific defensive scheme, and y'all are getting baited into it every time. Nasty, bro.
So, well, that's the problem is against the Lakers it worked because Luka would just pick up his dribble, not try to split the defender, not try to do anything. He would just pick it up and chuck it across the court, and it usually got picked off,
turned over or something.
But then I was watching the Clippers; they're doing it. Easy rotations for easy threes. I'm like,
yeah. I guess what you're saying is personnel makes a big difference because if it's the lanky ass Minnesota Timberwolves, where they're usually Dante DiVincenzo in the game. The smallest guy is 6'4" with Ant and DiVincenzo, and everybody else is 6'9" and above. It works and athletic. That's when it works. But when it's the Denver Nuggets, where you have a roster where nobody's known for defense, honestly, genuinely, nobody's known for defense. So who's going to rotate? Nobody. So I guess that makes the whole difference. Like you have to, I don't know. Maybe that's the interesting thing about Dave Adelman or is it Dave? Yeah, Dave. I always confuse him with his dad, Rick. Dave Adelman being your new coach. I don't know if you can see this right now. Can you see that? You can't. You see my pointer fingers at right here?
Oh yeah.
She's.
Oh shit! No, I see.
Bro, she's standing like Kenny Smith. But I guess that's like what happens when you got a young head coach that's not very experienced, bro. You fire your head coach 3 games left in the regular season. So I don't know. I probably am going to rock, even though I know they got the home court advantage. I'm going to probably rock with the Clippers. I just feel like they have. I know they do have James Harden, which he is not trustable, but I feel like they have Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is at a point where I feel like when he's healthy, I know he's not going to have a stat line like a Jokic, but it feels like his impact is Jokic-esque. And I feel like I just
play defense.
Yeah, bro. And I just trust the Clippers role players a little smidget more than I would trust Denver. So
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with them for that, bro. And for that reason, they're gonna have to play OKC. I don't like that. I don't like that matchup though. I don't like Clippers and OKC matchup.
OKC's they got too much. They got too many good players. They got too much defense.
Yeah. I just don't even. Honestly, I'm gonna watch OKC in the second round, but I mean, hopefully I can get surprised, bro. But I just don't. It feels like one of those years, bro, where the writing just feels like it's on the wall. At least right now.
Yeah, I mean, injuries aside, I think OKC makes
Yeah.
the finals.
Unless they match up with them Wolves. If they match up with them Wolves, I'm taking the Wolves. Is that crazy?
No, it's not crazy at all. I think. So I said, injuries aside, I might be with you.
Yeah.
I might be with you, but I'd say 7 games, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be a series you do not want to miss.
Oh yeah. And then on the Eastern side, bro, Pacers and Cavs. Like I said, I'm gonna rock with the Pacers. I'm in a win-win scenario, by the way, because I picked the Cavs to come out the East personally, and then Pacers are my squad, so I kind of win either way. If you told me to go with my heart is saying Pacers are gonna win, but my brain says Cavs, and it's no brainer. It's not really much pushback. Well, how you feel about the Tyrese Halliburton's dad, bro?
That's just weak.
Did you see what he said? Please, did you see what he said?
No, his dad, no, or Giannis.
Yeah, his dad, dog.
He said,
his dad goes on. I forget, he's on like live with somebody or something, and this is like right after they told him he's going to be banned indefinitely, and he's on there. And he's like, I wasn't looking at Giannis, I was looking through him. And I had my flag, and bro, I'm gonna send you the video. It's actually hilarious, bro.
That shit is so corny, bro.
Oh my
Giannis
god,
would fold you like an omelet.
bro. I know Tyrese Halliburton's mom is like, please thank God that you didn't touch him, because he would have literally, bro.
Like, I get if it was like Dylan Brooks or somebody,
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck
Bro,
you, dude.
but when-
He's
but-
honest. He's
but
the
we-
nicest guy in the league.
And when has it ever been okay for, like, he's a fan at the end of the day. When has it ever been okay for a fan to run on a court, bro?
Where was security? Why did you Fucking Ray Lewis came, speared him right into the hardwood. That's what I would have done. Dude, these dads nowadays are
Dog. And it's cool that it's like, okay, yes, it's cool we see more involved dads, right? But, like, T. Morant, LeVar Ball, now we got Papa Halliburton.
Mahomes is like,
Oh, can they stop, bro? Can they please stop?
oh, you are not the star of the show. Let your kids shine, and you sit your ass down and just shut up. Like, why is that so hard?
Oh my god! And it makes you feel bad for it feels bad for the player, bro, because he's in like now the Pacers people already didn't like Tyrese Halliburton, right? Like he's deemed as like the most overrated player. He's for whatever reason, like his aura, people don't like it. Like he talks a lot of noise when he's up. He's kind of one of those guys, and I understand that. I'm a Tyrese Halliburton fan, but like now it made them impossible to like. Because not only did your dad do something stupid, and he did not defend him. He's in the press conference. As soon as they asked him about it, he was like, "I'm gonna have to have a conversation with him." But I think what makes it worse is he did it to Giannis, out of all people. So now he's indefensible, bro. So yeah, man. Probably though, prediction: Cavs in 6, but Cavs in 6. But Pacers, it's going to be close games. I think Pacers can possibly force a game 7. And if we force a game 7, I do like that. I would be happy with a game 7.
I'll give Cavs a gentleman's sweep on the Pacers.
Damn.
And Cavs are cooking.
They are cooking.
Listen, I understand the Pacers are solid.
Yeah.
But
this is going to be offense meets offense though. Like both of these teams be clicking on offense, bro. So this is and Pacers have underrated depth too. Like Nembhard, like some of these dudes, they could get with it. So that's what only makes me believe like we could win 2 home games. I think so.
An interesting series.
Interesting series. So that was Pacers Cavs. We already talked Knicks Celtics. We talked Thunder, and we talked Nuggets Clips, and of course we talked Lakers. So now for like some of the teams that lost, bro, it's already reports. Oh, first of all, shout out to Dame. That sucks, bro. Seeing a 34-year-old point guard that's going to be 35 in July, and he won't be able to come back till he's at least just turning 36. And an Achilles tear for a guy that uses a lot of quick twitch. You know, I hate to see that, man. Hope he gets well. That would be Really dope to see him get back well. In great news, though, we've seen some guys like tear their Achilles, even more so in recent history. But even like back in the day, I just seen some posts about Dominique Wilkins at age 33. He tore his Achilles and he came back at 33 and averaged 30 a game. So, like, it's very possible. It's just all about mindset. I think Dame is one of those guys. But teams that lost, what's next for like? I don't care about some of the teams. Like we said, the Pistons, they got a bright future. We don't have to talk about them. But like the Bucks, bro, it might be a dark future for the Bucks.
Like I've been seeing these reports that say Giannis is going to get traded. I zero faith that man's getting traded. He's staying. He's going to be a Buck his whole career.
Really?
I truly don't think he wants to go anywhere. I think he's like one of those old school guys that wants to stay in the same team and like compete. He doesn't want to be jumping teams looking for an easy win. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, they got no cap room, they got no picks. I mean they're probably gonna be a playoff team every year just because the East is very, very weak.
Yeah.
But I mean, Brooke Lopez might be leaving this offseason.
Yeah. So I mean,
the agent, if he comes back,
and this is why I think that if anything, I would say it's more. If we had a percentage calculator to say Giannis trade predictability, I'd say 60% he gets traded and 40% he stays. And only because in the past, I think that he only did it to put pressure on the front office. But in the past, he's always talked about. I want to be. He said one of the quotes he said a year or two ago was, "If I only finished with one championship, I felt like I didn't do enough." Right? And Giannis I think he just turned 30 this season, so he's still in his prime, but he's on the backside of his prime. I would imagine for a guy with his playing style. So he's probably got 5 years of this type of Giannis left, and this Bucks team does not feel turnaroundable in 5 years, especially with the no picks, the no Dame. And something that's so underrated, and I know Brooke has been a lot. He's older now, so he's been a lot less impactful with his style. But it's so Giannis is a guy that's going to need a stretch 5 center, and those do not come a dime a dozen. So, with Brooke Lopez more than likely going to be out the door, and with the age, he might be close to retiring if anything. That's not something that's so easy to come around again, especially for a team like the Bucks with no money. So. If anything, I'm thinking like it might be more of a mutual agreement. Like the front office might sit him down and say, "Hey, I know, if you are a Buck at heart. You've done for us more than probably any other player in our franchise history. I would say you've done more for us than them, but we don't want to cap you, and we're going to cap ourselves if you decide to stay. So maybe we should just part ways together." I think it's. I've been seeing reports that the Nets, they didn't even wait till the damn playoffs was over. They said, we're going to keep an eye out on Giannis after the game. I think it was after game 2. They were like, yeah, we keep an eye out, bro. So I know Nets are in the running, even though, that's kind of nasty. But the Nets are a team with money to blow, right? So that could be interesting. Rockets, of course. Rockets got a slew of I don't want to say they have a nice amount of picks and assets to go along with that. And the Spurs, I love that one, though. I love the Spurs one, bro.
I know. The Spurs is fine. Him on the Rockets is no.
No. They already can't score. They already can't shoot.
Yeah, that's what they need is shooters.
Yeah.
You're picking up Giannis to go Sengun.
Now, obviously,
more spacing is terrible.
That roster, I think, would be a lot different, though, because I think, especially depending on how this series ends, and if they do go into the next round, how he performs. But I think the writing's kind of on the wall. The Jalen Green experience in Houston is done. I think it's done.
Think so?
I think so. I think, bro, he's so one-dimensional. He had one explosive game this playoffs, but I think somebody put it really well. I can't remember who I was listening to. It might have been. It was either Pick a Side podcast, shout out to them, or Numbers on the Board. So it was one of those guys I listened to. And they put it well. They said, Jalen Green, if you have to hit the same amount of threes as Steph Curry to be effective, like if he doesn't hit 5 threes in a game, as explosive as he is, getting downhill and being able to finish, or should be able to finish, he should have. I know he's not as stocky as he's a smaller 6'4". Anthony is a bigger 6'4", but you should have some more type of slithery and get downhill ability like Anthony Edwards, and with that type of athleticism, and that he relies on his jump shot to get him his points. I do not love that. I hate that for him actually, bro.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think that experience is done. I think we see now for sure that Şengün is the star along with Amin Thompson. I hate one of the things in this series. I watched Amin Thompson go downhill like 6 straight times and get a bucket. And then Fred VanVleet checks into the game and they take the ball out of Amin Thompson's hands and it's like, okay, back to the corner, bro, back to cutting. There's going to be some changes. There's going to be some changes in this offseason, bro.
But that being said, Thompson does need to get a better jumper.
He does, but it's looking like it's starting to that little close mid range, the middle mid range and close mid range. He's starting to get some more touch on that, so that's a great sign. So I'm starting to like what Houston can do if they can move on from some of the not so fitting guys on that roster, bro.
I think they definitely need like a. As what we were just talking about, star power doesn't matter as much as it did. I still think, like, take out Jalen Green and put in
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. KD, perfect.
Yeah. Now that's one of the big rumblings of where he might end up too. So they got the assets for it too. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be.
Yeah, bro.
That'd be perfect. Basically perfect. Plug and play like we said earlier.
We brought up the Spurs earlier with Giannis to San Antonio. I just seen something also. Greg Popovich is no longer going to be coaching. I think he's going to be president or something of the team. So, end of an era, not so really kind of. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of say in the coaching. He's going to let the whoever takes over, he's going to let them have their team. But he's going to still be behind the scenes, so that's dope. Good to see. It's better for his health also. I mean, bro's been there quite literally since I've been alive. So, yeah. It's time. So, yeah, I would love to see that the alien combo, Giannis and Wemby. But, yeah, Milwaukee, y'all have fun with that project y'all got coming up, man. What other team? Yeah.
Real quick. Who would the Spurs trade for him?
I think, bro. I mean, the Spurs. I'm pretty sure they have some future picks, and then they got a bunch of like key contributors that they really need. It would be nice to have, but don't need, like a Keldon Johnson. They got of course, I wouldn't want to just give him up, but like if you need to, if I'm getting Giannis, Devin Vassell, you can walk out the door. I love his game. But like if we have Wemby, Castle is gonna be what he's gonna be. I think you hold on to those two 1,000%. And Fox, of course, you're gonna want to keep Fox. So those three gotta stay. I think everybody else is expendable to a degree if you're getting Giannis. Jeremy Sohan, it's been nice knowing you. Hope you do well. But everybody else can go.
You're giving up picks, right?
Yeah.
What you said, 2-3 first rounders?
Oh yeah, for sure. 2-3 first rounders and one of the maybe Jeremy Sohan and Keldon Johnson, and maybe you might even need to get a third team involved just to make more assets viable. But I'm giving the boat for Giannis as long as I'm not getting off of those 3. Hell yeah.
Makes sense. I agree with you.
I don't even know how you guard that. I told somebody, I was like, if that happened, bro, that's like the perfect blend of like power and finesse, bro. And then defensively, the rim is just completely off guard. There's just don't go to the rim.
Do not drive. Do not drive.
Don't drive. The playmaking, those two. Wemby is like the most underrated passing big man in the league to me. So I'm rocking with that. So yeah, bro, that would be that. I know the Lakers, we're gonna have a very interesting offseason, bro. There's been a lot of reports coming out today, like as we speak. Of course, the LeBron MCL strain, 3 to 5 weeks. He got all summer to rehab that. No USA. Every time old man LeBron like has something to do in the offseason, like a USA or something like that, the next season never ends well, bro.
Yeah.
So that's happening. I know Luka. I'm pretty sure Luka's got a player option. Is his contract ending?
Now he has one more year
Okay.
before his.
Yeah.
So he can sign an extension.
He can sign an
right
extension.
now for like 4 years, or if he waits till next year, he can do a 5-year.
Yeah. Okay. That's damn. I didn't know that. So
Do you even think he wants to stay a Laker?
I mean, they just asked LeBron about it. That's what I was going to get at, and he said it's not his job to try to control what Luka wants to do. And what else did he say? He said it's not my job to control what he wants to do. He's 26. I'm not in charge of his career. Obviously, we want him to stay in LA, but you do your thing, Luka. Like it's all about you, and that just kind of hints to me that either A, LeBron's not going to be there, or B, if this wasn't his last year, next year's his last year. Like that's just kind of like that's very obvious to me.
Yeah. So in my eyes, LeBron's coming back for one more year. Him and Luka have one more shot.
Yeah.
Either way, LeBron's gone and Luka's leaving.
Yeah. Well, I think if the Lakers go, because for whatever black magic that Rob Pelinka be pulling, he figures it out. So I think if they can build a more Luka-esque team, this team was not Luka built. I think they need some more need more defenders. You need a center. Really, you need two centers. I mean, Jackson Hayes is a good backup center. I think he's a great backup center. But you need a starting level center first, and some more consistent shooters around Luka specifically. Of course, LeBron. But like you said, LeBron might not even be there, or he might retire soon. So whatever. If your goal is to keep Luka around, that's the two priorities for y'all. Especially this offseason. So yeah, whatever happens with that, bro, we're gonna find out.
So here's the thing. Since you're being a Pacers fan, Miles Turner's contract is up as well.
Yeah.
Do you think Lakers can somehow finesse him?
That's so funny because I know for a fact, at least since 2020 or 2021, there's been talks of like Lakers wanting Miles Turner, bro. Like it felt like. It felt like every trade deadline, it was like, oh yeah, Lakers are targeting Miles Turner. Like every trade deadline, bros. I think it could. That's a good question. I think it could be possible.
He's going to be making in his next contract.
Yes,
Where
he
you
will.
going to come up with?
Where you come up with that? I don't think so. And now that I think about it a lot more, his value, I think he's a valuable type of player, but I don't see his value being on a team like that. Especially, I mean, he's kind of more of a laid back guy as well. I feel like he's built a foundation in like a small place like in Indiana. He's a Legos nerd, bro. I don't see him willingly, openly going to LA. I might be wrong, especially for the amount of money that he's gonna be making. In his situation, I think obviously playing with Luka as a center, as a stretch five, any kind of center, your job is easy. But same with Tyrese Halliburton, and he knows his amount of touches he's gonna get. He knows everything about his situation, and for whatever reason, also as soon as you come to LA, things get harder. So that's just something to also consider. That's why we don't see a lot of. If it's not these are the type of free agents we've gotten in the last like 15 years, bro. It's either like the guy or like very low key role players. We never get those middle tier stars, bro. We never do if you really think about it. Because like a middle tier star, for example, like let's say, I mean, Bath used Brandon Ingram for example, but like a guy that's like on a Brandon Ingram tier, like B+ star, those dudes never work in a place like that. In my opinion, like it's just too much pressure, life's too bright, and then the team's going to be disappointed. And I just, as a Laker fan, I've seen that my whole life. That's why people don't like the Lakers, because we have the most toxic fan base where it's like, as soon as we playing good, we love you. As soon as you play mid, we booing you. So yeah. So
just like Yankees, the worst people in the world.
No, I think what's worse about them is that they're rude as hell about it, bro.
Yeah. Because it's too damn cold over there.
I just seen, I don't know what game this was at, but a fan fell from like 20 feet up. Did you see that?
Well, that's in Pittsburgh. That's dude just hops over the thing. And I'm not gonna make fun of him because he's in like critical condition. But
I'm not making fun of him, but like what
to jump over the wall? I get if it's like, a 6 foot drop and you're trying to get on the field and something. That shit was 21 feet in the air.
I feel like whenever I'm up like that high, I'll be trying to just stay away from the ledge. Like I'm gonna just stay my ass back. Yeah, I just seen that clip and I was like, whoa, he's in critical condition. That's crazy. Yeah, shout out, prayers out to that guy though.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it, bro. What other teams? Is there any other teams that's like, what are we gonna do with next year?
What are we gonna do?
Or yeah,
I think the Grizzlies need to blow it up.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I think Jaren Jackson stays. Possibly everybody else. Ja Morant.
Honestly, I'd seek a trade for him.
He's the first dude I'm looking to trade, bro. I don't even know like that archetype of guard. I know they're super exciting, but like that archetype of guard just does not value. Like it doesn't equate to winning really.
It's that on top of his
Antics
off the
and
court
immaturity.
antics, right? It's like how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Like that kind of thing, Like he's got in trouble for guns 3 times now.
At least 3.
One of them was celebration, but like still.
But still, when you had that record, when you did put the gun on live, okay, we slapped you on the wrist. Then you go on and you're in a club with a gun, okay, you're in trouble because it was weeks after. And then, okay, I understand that everybody's doing a damn gun celebration, but out of all people, you should be the last guy doing it. You notice they already told you we don't even want to see your lips to look like you about to say gun, right? So just don't do it, and then you do it, and now you're throwing now you're throwing grenades, right? So his basketball is the last thing on his mind.
Terroristic activity. Goodness gracious,
bro.
This man's
It's crazy. Basketball is the last thing on his mind, obviously, bro. Obviously. So, whatever happens. I mean, what he should be doing is like going in the lab and learning how to shoot the ball. That would be my. You want to shoot so bad? How about you get a jump shot, right? Like, yeah, bro. So it's what it feels. It feels like every year, like the last few years, I'm like, dang, if Ja Morant just starts shooting 37% from 3, never happens. Never happens, bro.
He needs to call up Gilbert Arenas and ask him what went wrong in his career. Agent Zero was a dog.
He was, bro. So
that man was a
yeah, man.
That's an idiot.
Memphis is he needs a better scenario, I think. Yeah, it's just that simple. It's just Desmond Bain. I like Desmond Bain's game, but not feeling it. Santi Aldama, I like him. He's probably going to be Santi Aldama's 1,000% out of there, I think. Yeah, it's time, bro. It's time. Who else we got? And is that pretty much it? Is that all the teams that have lost officially so far that are actually important?
I do like. I don't know. The Magic could have made a better run against Celtics if they had shooting.
Yeah, you were not lying, bro. And they felt like they were in
That's one thing they need to attack in the offseason is just get 2 or 3 shooters.
Well, shit, I think they
might be all right.
They thought they were on the right track getting goddamn Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. One thing I don't like about KCP, well, at least in this year, is okay, for example, Franz Wagner, there was games where he's shooting 13 threes a game, and his shot, he got the nastiest jumper on the team in my opinion. It's the nastiest looking shot. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in those games, he's shooting 4 threes a game. Bro, y'all need to swap roles. I don't care, KCP, if you miss all 12 of the shots, shoot 12 threes. Your entire sole job is to shoot the ball. You're really.
That's why you're here. Shoot threes.
You're literally the guy that's relieving the interior tension off of Paolo and Franz to get downhill. So if you ain't shooting, what are you doing? So I mean, the Magic thought that's what they were doing. They thought that's what they were doing this year, adding at least one shooter. I think it's kind of. I mean, I seen Anthony Simons at the game. I know he's from Orlando, I think. He's a guy that I'm pretty sure they're going to be targeting him. Don't be surprised if Anthony Simons is in Orlando next year. That would be nice to add. I think they need not just catch and shoot shooters, but shot creators also, bro. Like a shot creator, like a guy off the dribble that can get to it. Because no, my bad.
Nah, you good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, bro. That's pretty much it.
I'm pretty sure we hit on every team, right?
That's pretty much, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I looked at the brackets. Of course, the Heat. I don't even want to spend any time talking about them.
They need to blow it up too.
They've always been a team that they just hold on to the end. And in their case, they've been. There's a couple of teams that have been blessed. Like the Lakers are always blessed, bro. That's why everybody hates us. We've always just got a star fall into our lap, right? Miami Heat are one of the most underratedly blessed teams ever. You go from D Wade, you draft one of the greatest shooting guards ever. Then you get to add LeBron because they just so happen to be boys. And then you go from LeBron and D Wade to Jimmy Butler saying, I like Miami. And you go to 2 finals off of that. And then guys like Shaq, people want to just be in Miami. So I see them going to just another superstar just going to fall into their lap one day. You know, the history repeats, bro. So I don't feel too bad for them, but blow it up.
No. What if Luka ends up there in a couple of years?
Now, if Luka ends up now that would be. I've seen a clip. Or a tweet. Somebody said, "Thank God for American processed food because Luka would have been destroying the NBA right now." Because they put his rookie year highlights on, and I was like, of course I remember it. It was only 2018. Of course I remember it. I remember being so in tune to watch Luka because in 2018 draft I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, who is this guy? And so I watched a lot of Dallas games, and I was like, he's kind of athletic for, like his build. Like he's not like super toned. Bro was fast, quick, and still had that kind of twitchy offensive game. And every year since, he's just gotten less and less and less explosive. There was a stat they counted his dunks from every year, and his rookie year was like 27, and it's fallen off all the way every year. And this year, I think he had 0 dunks, bro, or maybe 1 dunk. And so I'm like, that is crazy, bro. So Miami is a team where this is what one of the ex-players said. I can't remember who this was. Maybe Udonis Haslem. But you have to check in with your body fat percentage. Guards have to be like under 10 or under, and the front court guys have to be 12 or under. So like being in shape in Miami is a must. And Pat Riley runs that shit like a damn, I don't know, bro. He runs that shit like a sweatshop. So Luka to Miami would maybe not be the best for his his little attitude, but for him,
bro, Luka and Zion on the Heat in a couple years.
Oh, hey. You might be cooking. You might be cooking. Oh yeah, this offseason is gonna be great, bro. This offseason is gonna be great. I can't wait. Oh man, so yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. This is the first episode of Throw the Lob. I hope y'all enjoyed, and we are out.